So you want to play like this?
Messi, give it to him and pray. Oh, and he's done it!
But the truth is, you play like this.
Everyone dreams of leveling up quickly, but the reality is if you train, think, and play exactly like everyone else, you'll always remain on the same level as the crowd, far away from the top. The difference between players who stagnate and those who skyrocket isn't genetics, luck, or expensive gear. It's a system, a way of living and approaching football that accelerates progress so much it almost feels unfair. Football is simple, but simple never means easy. As Johan Cruyff famously said, playing the game is simple, but playing simple football is the hardest thing to master. At the highest level, the sport is built on fundamentals executed with speed, precision, and under massive pressure. Anyone can dribble cones, pass in rondos, or shoot freely in an empty field. But few can stay composed when teammates move unpredictably, opponents close in, and the crowd roars. Most players chase endless drills or flashy tutorials, believing more equals better. But the fastest improvers dedicate themselves to mastering the foundation so deeply that their movements become instinct. Dribbling, passing, ball control, defending, and finishing are the pillars, and the key is training them with purpose. Every touch should mean something, creating space, controlling tempo, or setting up the next move. Beyond the mechanics, tactical awareness makes the difference, knowing where to stand, when to move, when to press, and when to hold back. Start with ball control, carrying the ball smoothly with every part of your foot, adjusting pace and direction while keeping it close enough to protect yet far enough to accelerate. Train until it's automatic, then lift your head to scan the field while carrying. That's what separates average players from the elite. Develop ball mastery by manipulating the ball with soles, insides, outsides, and different rhythms until you can command it in tight spaces, under fatigue, and without hesitation. Strengthen shielding by lowering your center of gravity, bending your knees, leaning forward, and protecting the ball with your body. This requires real contact and tight games, not just cones. Passing begins with scanning, constantly checking for space, pressure, and movement before the ball arrives, so you can connect with precision the moment you receive. Wall drills and partner passes sharpen accuracy, weak foot, rhythm, and speed, turning your play into a fluent language your teammates understand. But all of this depends on a clean first touch. Without it, every dribble, pass, or shot falls apart. Build your touch through juggling, wall control, and unpredictable reactions until your instincts adapt in real time. Shooting, too, begins with technique. Planting your standing foot correctly, keeping balance, striking through the ball with intent, and repeating until it's second nature. Once the mechanics are ingrained, variations and creativity can come naturally. Defending is about shape, balance, and anticipation. Stay angled, guide attackers into predictable spaces, and sharpen reactions with interception drills or small one-on-one duels. For dribbling, repetition and shadow play are vital. Learn moves until they're automatic, then add speed, then apply them against real pressure. The ultimate accelerator, however, is small-sided games and futsal. These compress hundreds of touches, decisions, and reactions into every session, forcing you to adapt quickly under non-stop involvement. That's why players raised in street football environments often outshine academy kids. They've faced chaos, intensity, and constant decision-making daily. On top of playing, watch football like a student, pausing and analyzing choices instead of just enjoying the show. Ask why a pass was made, why a dribble wasn't attempted, why positioning mattered. Improvement at a pace that feels like cheating doesn't come from magic tricks, but from obsessive attention to basics, tactical intelligence, and relentless repetition. If you embrace this minimalist yet powerful path, you'll evolve faster than you thought possible. So if you're serious about transforming your game, stop looking for flashy shortcuts and start mastering the details that separate good from great. Football doesn't reward the player who trains the most random drills. It rewards the player who trains the right way, with intention and consistency. Push yourself to control the basics until they feel effortless, because when the pressure rises in a real match, those basics are what carry you. Stay disciplined, study the game like a student, and put yourself into as many real situations as possible. Street games, futsal, small-sided matches, because that's where growth multiplies. If you build these habits now, your improvement will shock not only your teammates and coaches, but even yourself. Stay patient, stay focused, and soon people will be asking how you got so good, so fast, like you discovered a hidden cheat code to football. And here's something most players never realize. Improvement doesn't only happen when you're on the pitch. The way you live outside of training shapes the way you perform inside it. Your recovery, your nutrition, your sleep, even the way you manage stress and focus all directly affect how fast you progress. Think about it. If two players train the same drills but one of them sleeps poorly, eats junk, and scrolls on their phone all night while the other takes care of his body and mind, who do you think will improve faster? The difference becomes obvious after just a few weeks. Football at its core is not just a physical game, it's a lifestyle. Every choice either pushes you closer to your goals or pulls you further away. Mentality is another part of the cheat code. Too many players give up as soon as training gets uncomfortable or when they fail a few times. But the players who grow the fastest are the ones who treat failure as feedback. They don't get embarrassed when they miss a pass, lose the ball, or miss-hit a shot. They analyze, adjust, and go again. If you want to improve at lightning speed, you must fall in love with repetition, even when it feels boring, even when nobody is watching. That's how your brain wires new habits and makes them automatic under pressure. The difference between a good player and a great one is often just who was willing to stay on the field an extra 20 minutes, repeating the basics after everyone else went home. Another overlooked factor is mindset during games. Instead of focusing only on what you're doing with the ball, train your brain to constantly observe the bigger picture. Ask yourself, where is the space opening up? Where are my teammates running? How can I position myself 2 steps ahead of the play? This level of awareness makes the game slow down for you, and when that happens, you suddenly look like the smartest player on the pitch. That's not magic. It's training your vision, your anticipation, and your ability to process information quickly. Finally, remember this. Football is supposed to be fun. If you approach every session with pressure and frustration, you'll burn out. But if you embrace the challenge, celebrate small improvements, and enjoy the grind, you'll stick with it long enough to see the results compound. Improvement that feels like cheating isn't really cheating. It's the reward for smart, consistent work and a mindset that refuses to quit. So the next time you step onto the pitch, carry this with you. Every pass, every touch, every moment is a chance to sharpen your game. And if you keep stacking those moments day after day, soon you'll look back and realize you've become the kind of player others admire, the kind of player who inspires, and the kind of player who makes football feel effortless.